Hey, it's a software engineering student here, and today we're going to talk about a few reasons why you should learn Java as your first programming language. So, firstly, I got a few just bullet points I want to go through. So, first of all, Java is relatively easy to learn. It's not a hard language, but it's not one of the easiest language, but it is pretty easy, and therefore it's a pretty good starting point because it takes some time to learn it, but when you then learn it, you would be able to learn any other programming language you want, because it creates a very, very good fundamental, especially because Java is an object-oriented programming language, which means you have a very good basic structure of the language you're able to build on in the future when moving to another language. Of course, it's always, and everybody likes free, so Java is free, just another bonus. And one of the main things that's, at least early on, pretty nice about Java is that you can write software on one platform and run it everywhere. So even if you write it on a MacBook, you're able to run it on a Windows computer and so on. That's a pretty nice feature, at least for early language. Everyone can start by using Java. You're not constricted based on the software you're using or your operating system. So, just to get some perspective, the three most popular programming languages in 2020, which means the three most learned, or the three languages that people want to learn the most, was Python, JavaScript, and Java, in that order. However, the amount of jobs for Python was 19,000, 24,000 for JavaScript, and 29,000 for Java. The salaries are more or less the same. They're a bit higher for Python, JavaScript, and a bit lower for Java. However, they're all about $100,000, which is a pretty good average. So, nothing to complain. And it's definitely a huge bonus. There's so many jobs for Java because it's a huge industry and it's used it's used everywhere. So, first of all, Java started, like the version we know today, more or less started, Java 1 started in 1995, which means Java is more or less 26 years old. And today we are at Java version SE 15, so it's still relevant. We keep going. They're building, they're still evolving, they're still doing new stuff. And one of the biggest pluses of Java is that it has this large community, like it's huge. And it's actually the most used programming language in the world because they got 8.2 million active developers, which is the largest amount of any programming language. So it's just used so many places in the industry because it's a very, very, very good and in general a very, very diverse programming language. So it's definitely a huge bonus. And one of my actually priorities is I love these powerful development tools that's very useful and very good and very modern. And then IntelliJ is definitely one of the best ones right now, at least I think. Some people prefer Eclipse, which is another IDE you could use for Java. However, IntelliJ is just amazing. I highly encourage anyone listening to give it a try because it's pretty good. And then I talked about it being able to, you could use it everywhere. So just to name a few, you could use it for Java web applications, server apps, Android apps. Nowadays, it's like a battle between Java and Kotlin, which is like the new Java. No, not new Java, the new Android programming language. However, it's still used quite a bit regarding Android apps. It used a lot inside big data. A lot of software tools are built in Java, and most people actually think Python is like the most used language regarding AI. However, Java is actually used quite a lot because it runs so fast and steady. So it's definitely a very diverse language, and you can just start out with it, and you can go wherever you want to. And because it's such a good foundation of a programming language, you can just go to another language if you actually don't find what you need in Java. So that's like the main reasons why I think it's a pretty good beginner and a pretty good first programming language. So if you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.